It's been a minute. How we doing? New intro, I know, it's pretty cool. Hey guys, it's me, Mitt. I know it's been like 2 months. I think it's gonna be 3 since it's May now. But I'm back, and I thought I'd be back by doing some sort of like mini Q&A, just because I feel like I should be able to, for you guys to get to know me on the YouTube. So I asked my close friends, so like people I know, personally, what questions I should be asked. So they're basically asking me the questions and I'll just answer it. So it's a better get to know each other, and then those questions will probably just lead me to other things to talk about, so you guys can get to know me a little more, because a lot has been changing in my life. Like April, I filmed so much in April but never got around to editing because I just didn't like how the videos were and I had no motivation. Also, I'm sick. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. A lot of events happened in April. First of all, it was my birthday. My birthday's April 4th, and I was gonna do a whole big vlog about it, but I didn't really do anything for my birthday. Well, we went to eat. I'll take that. But we didn't do anything crazy enough for me to like record and vlog, and also I don't like vlogging in public, which I need to get a handle on that. Then the next day after that is Easter, because April 5th was Easter, and then April 4th was my birthday. The day after that, I had to go on a trip to school, a long one, 3 days. Kind of horrible, let me tell ya. But I don't want to get into it, and we're being sidetracked. Anyways, I'm gonna look at the questions, and then we'll see. Oh, also, do you guys like my thing? This may be poser or LARPer of me, but I swear I knew where this was. I promise you, I knew where this quote came from, and then I just forgot. So now everybody's like, oh, that's a cool quote, where'd it come from? I just say, oh, I found it on Pinterest, because I don't remember. I feel really bad. I got sick, like, I'm recording this Friday, May 1st, so happy 1st of the month. I got sick on like Monday, so I've like not been at school, and it's almost finals week. If you're watching this and you go to school and your finals week is coming up real soon, good luck. Good luck. Hopefully you smash finals week and it doesn't smash you. We're just gonna go down the list, because there's actually more than I actually was like expecting. Again, these are just random questions people wanted to ask me. What's your favorite Cigarettes After Sex song? For those who don't know, I love Cigarettes After Sex. I have one of their vinyls because I like collecting vinyl records because I have a vinyl player. I really like Cigarettes After Sex. I've been listening to them since like 2022, 2023. So I have like a holy trinity of Cigarettes After Sex songs. All of them are masterpieces. I've never heard one bad song from Cigarettes After Sex. They're all gorgeous pieces. And if you've never listened to them, I would highly suggest them, because they're just so magical. So my holy trinity, so my top 3 in no specific order. Each time you fall in love, Opera House, and Keep on Loving You. And then a bonus or a honorable mention, since it's a cover of a country song, Neon Moon. That cover is really, really good. But yeah, that's my like little trinity, and then plus the little side. My favorite childhood show? I don't know, because I used to watch a lot of stuff when I was little. I've been on the internet since, I want to say 2016. I want to say 2016, which is maybe doxing my age, but I'm going to try not to, because we're not going to go that far. I started making YouTube content when I was 8. So, like a few years after I like got, because I used to watch a lot of It's Funny, and I've never heard anybody talk about, every time I bring this up to somebody, they don't know who these are. Gamer Chad, Elastic, Ryan, forgot his username, Radio JH Audrey. I used to watch all of them. They were my favorite YouTubers. Nobody knows who they are. Am I that niche? Because they're so famous. I thought they were so famous at the time. Flamingo. I used to watch a lot of Flamingo. I still do. The Freak. Nothing's changed. I still watch It's Funny too. I like watching It's Funny from time to time. But that's YouTube. So YouTube childhood, Cookies Girl C, definitely. I guess that's kind of it. Oh, and then like those like clay boxing videos. But actual childhood shows, when I was little, I used to watch Pocoyo and Yo Gabba Gabba. So I guess those two are my favorite, Pocoyo and Yo Gabba Gabba, from what I can remember. There's this one show, I think it's still on Netflix, called Bo on the Go. It's like a freak show fever dream. I can't, like, the animation is that of like something that came out of a fever dream. It is, why does she look like that? Or why does she look like that? What is the most underrated movie / anime in your opinion? Boy, I have to think about this actually, because I have 4 favorite movies in no specific order again, because I'm too indecisive to choose what are my favorites. Song of the Sea, Book of Life, Howl's Moving Castle, and Van Helsing. Which is kind of funny because the contrast between the first 3 and then Van Helsing from 2002. That movie, I watched that on like a random Sunday night, like a school night, and like it was the best like thing I've ever watched. Like, oh, it was so good. And then, so I think I want to say Song of the Sea, because I never see anything about Song of the Sea, and every time I bring it up to somebody, I think only one person's been like, yeah, I love that show. Everybody's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's so good. I don't know if it's underrated though. Book of Life is definitely at its like peak right now. I feel like everybody loves Book of Life. It's really it deserves its praise. Howl's Moving Castle. You can never say it's overrated. If it's overrated, then you're lying. It deserves how much people love it so much. Howl's Moving Castle made me cry a lot. Not because it's emotional, because the scenery of like the garden is so beautiful. Oh, moving me to tears. Van Helsing, beautiful. But I can't say any of them are really underrated. In anime, because a movie or anime, an anime that's underrated, I don't know, because I watch more popular animes, because I'm not like, I don't watch as much anime as I do now that I did back like 2024. I have been starting to newer stuff. Like I started Vampire Diaries because I really wanted to see if it was good, and it is. I'm currently watching Sakamoto Days as well, and Apothecary Diaries, but I'm like on season 2 now, I think. I hope. There's this one, the first anime I ever watched, called Kotaro Lives Alone. It's on Netflix. I want to say that's an underrated one because I feel like it's very underground, and I could be wrong. I could be so wrong, but to me, I think it's very underground, and it is the cutest thing ever. I watched it back when it, like 2021 or 2022. Whenever it came out, I watched it, and it was the cutest thing ever. My first ever anime. Well, besides Pokemon. That's also another childhood favorite of mine. Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Still do. What is your favorite game at the moment and why? Please say Tamagotchi Life. Okay, for those who don't know, this is my best friend. This is like one of my all-time best friends asking me this. We are on the Tamagotchi Life craze. Like, it is insane how much this game has us in a chokehold. It is so good because I played the 3DS version, and I've been playing the 3DS version since like 2022 because I'm a LARPer. And it's so cute, and then the Tamagotchi Life on the Switch came out, and it's just the cutest thing ever. The customization stuff is so cool, even though I'm not creative enough to actually make my own stuff like that. I think it's really cute. I'll put like pictures and stuff of what I have. My favorite game at the moment, probably Tamagotchi Life. Yeah, I think I don't play too much games. I kind of stopped playing Roblox, which is funny because I grew up on Roblox a lot. Especially because I used to have my first ever YouTube channel again happened when I was like 8, and all I would post was Roblox. And then when I turned 10, I think I started posting more gacha because I was really in the gacha as well. I loved Gacha Life, Gacha Club, Gachaverse. I was there for when there was only Gacha Studio movies. What song resembles me? I don't know. That's a good question because obviously I want to say my favorite song, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I feel like that's a question for me to ask to other people. What song resembles me? If I had to pick for myself, I'd say Wicked Game, but the cover of Wicked Game by him, that is my all-time favorite song right now, by the way. At the moment, that's my all-time favorite song. Like, now I can actually pick, because that song is just so good. That's my all-time favorite song right now. That or Rosemary by Deftones. But Wicked Game by him, the cover is my all-time favorite song right now. I don't care if it's a cover, it is so good. The original is amazing as well. But the cover is so gorgeous. So I would say that song resembles me, but I don't know. I feel like that's a question for me to ask to other people. So if you know me IRL and you're watching this, comment down below. Give me some comments. What song resembles me? And if I don't know it, I'll go listen to it. There you go. What would you do if when you okay? So he said yes would go. Thanks Mel.
What would you do if when you're okay, so he said yes would go? I don't know what you mean there, babes. Grimsby, hello.
Have you ever LARPed to fit in with the fandom without actually watching or playing, etc. in the media? I want to say yes. And I don't mean that in like a bad, like, yes, I'm a LARPer. I mean that in, I tried to get into it and then just knew a lot about it and then just never played it, and that's Persona. Persona 5 Royal to be exact, because I have the game and I used to play it on my Switch a lot. I played like a good 5 hours of it and I didn't get anywhere because I suck at video games. So I just like dropped it, but one of my friends really likes Persona, so I just hear everything from them, and then we would go to anime conventions together, then they talk about Persona, and then I learn about Persona, and then I talk about Persona, even though I'm not a fan of the game or have ever played any of the games, like, for real. Some of the characters are really cute. Like, they're really cute. But, yeah, I feel like that's the most I've ever LARPed in. I'm trying to think, what else? Probably, like, music's hard to LARP to, because literally all you gotta do is listen to, like, 4 minutes of song, you're fine. Like, just 4 minutes of your life. It's not that hard. I feel like that's the only thing I've LARPed in. Yeah, that's the only thing I've ever, that's the most I can think of, at least. I don't think I've ever LARPed that hard before, except for that. Okay, this is a cosplay question, but who's your favorite character to cosplay? So obviously this is more of a cosplay question. I haven't cosplayed since March though. My earliest one is Sayori from Doki Doki Literature Club, but my favorite my character to cosplay is actually not that hard to pick out. My all-time favorite cosplay I've ever like had or like cosplayed is Krona from Soul Eater. Soul Eater is like my number 2 anime, Dawn to Dawn's number 1. I love Soul Eater with all my heart and soul. Get it? Anyways, I love Soul Eater. Soul Eater's my favorite. I got my dad in the Soul Eater. That's how good it is. And so Krona from Soul Eater, definitely. I love how he did his wig, because I did him in 2024, and then I hated that, and then I did it again in 2025, and it came out so well, and he's just so cute. And he doesn't have a gender, but I just say he because that's what the anime calls him, and I watch anime. Well, I also have the manga. I have the first edition of the Black Edition. I have the first of the Black Edition manga because I like collecting manga. As I'm staring at it over here. Yeah, so Krona, and then Till from Alien Stage, which was last year. I actually wore that for my birthday because my birthday fell on a day of an anime convention last year in 2025. So we went to an anime convention for my birthday. And that was probably one of my best birthdays I've ever had. That was really cool. So I was Till for that, and I really liked how that looked, which is funny because both of these are boys. I'm gonna say boys for Krona. And I suck at cosplay guys, especially like really masculine men, and I feel like Till falls on the bridge of he's masculine but he's also not, so I guess I fit him pretty well. I tried cosplaying D-Luke, and for those who know me in real life, D-Luke is my husband. I love D-Luke, and I tried to cosplay him, and his wig is gorgeous, by the way. It's magnificent, dare I say. And I tried it on, and I did nice makeup, and it didn't look good. I just can't cosplay masculine guys, and that's okay. Maybe I need to learn a few more skills before I actually do. And then a female cosplay that I really like is Yaimiko, because that wig was so, like, styled so nicely, and that was the most I've ever heavily styled a wig like that. It was just so gorgeous. And she also came out really well, and her videos came out well, too. Follow my cosplay account. It's actually way bigger than this account because I've been working on this account way more since 2023. Over the course of my YouTube career, or just being on YouTube and posting, I started 2018. So it's been 8 years. It's been over 8 years online and posting, and I actually really like posting, and I want to make a future out of it. I really do. I kind of like it feels cool talking to like just a camera, because I always talk to myself. I'm always loud and talking to myself. So if anybody in my house hears me, they're just like, oh, she's talking to herself again, because I talk so much to myself. I don't usually, that or I'll call somebody, but like usually I don't call people. That's not usually my thing. I'm a texter, for real. I'm more of a texter. Oh, that reminds me, we should do those quiz things where it's like the blank or blank. I'm gonna look some of those up. But yeah, my first channel was gaming, and I was really into indie games. So Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I'm still into all of these, mind you. Bendy and the Ink Machine, Five Nights at Freddy's, Cuphead, just a lot of stuff. I'm blanking right now, but a lot of stuff. And I had a huge channel on it, and my dad helped me set it all up and stuff. And I have this really cool, like, cute little PC. It's actually sitting right there, this like huge PC. It doesn't work anymore, sadly. It is really old, but I used to use Bandicam, so so the quality was kind of horrible, but it was really fun, and it's good memories. And they're all like, the channel's still up to this day. I'm not gonna dox it's not doxing myself, but I'm not gonna say what it is, because it's kind of embarrassing for me. Nope. I'm kind of a matcha freak. I found my love of matcha in like 2022, 2023. And then recently, as of last week, I found my love for coffee, especially Dutch Bros, Golden Eagle. Take note of that. If you ever see me in person, buy me a coffee. Why don't you? Arigato.
Hey, editor Mint here. Hi, hello. I'm still sick. So I actually lied. My drink of choice at Dutch Bros is not the Golden Eagle. That's the Eagle. That's my dad's. Mine is the white mocha freeze. I think that's what it's called.
I like coffee, especially like, I'm not a huge sweet tooth. I really like sweet things, don't get me wrong. So maybe I do actually, okay, no, I take back what I said. I do have a huge sweet tooth. I really like sweet things, but I'm salty over sweet. So that says a lot, because I eat a lot of sweets, and I really like salty food over sweet food. I really like salt. I don't know why, but like, okay, think of like the Chipotle chips, and when there's like a cluster of like that lime salt thing, that is really good. And then I'm definitely like a rainy day person, and I'm also a big night owl. Okay, here's the thing. It is very hot where I live, so I don't even like stepping outside most of the time. I don't even like stepping outside most of the time. It could be winter, and I still don't like stepping outside, because it just doesn't get cold. And I love the cold. I'd rather die cold than die hot. So I really like rainy days. Rainy days are just very comforting and very like cozy, and it's also just so fun to just like look out my window right there, and then just watch like the rain, but it's so rare to rain. Yeah, I'm a big night owl. I go to sleep really early though, ironically, because I have to always wake up early for like school and work and whatnot. So I am a horrible morning person. I like mornings quiet, thank you very much, and I like my nights loud, thank you very much. My morning, when they're loud, or when somebody's trying to talk to me right when I just woke up, I am the moodiest person ever. I hate loud mornings. I need it to be quiet. I need to get up on my own pace. But I still haven't adapted to that. Even though I've been waking up early for like the longest time now. I love staying up late. I love late nights. I love when it turns like 12 and I'm still not asleep. I don't know, it gets me going. I really like it. I do get tired easily though, sometimes. That's actually Sometimes, because I'll have, like, if I'm sick, like I am now, if I take drowsy medicine, I'll be bouncing off the walls. It works reverse on me, which is really funny. So if I take anything that is supposed to make you sleepy, I'll be bouncing off the walls. So, and then if I take something energetic, it'll put me to sleep. So it kind of works in reverse for me, which is really funny. I also really like tea, green tea to be exact, and sweet tea, just sweet black tea. That's always been my drink of choice. My aesthetic, I don't think I have one, because I don't have one actually, because I can't call myself gyaru anymore. I don't do gyaru makeup, and I don't really practice in gyaru traditions. I still have the magazines up though, but I really like gyaru, so I'm still inspired by gyaru fashion. And I just think like the models of egg are like so pretty, and Pop Tune, I believe that's Pop Tune right there. And I just think they're really cool, and it's really fun to look at those and be like, that's freaking epic. The lifestyle that. My dog is knocking on my door. My dog, everyone, say hello. Oh, hi. Hi, Luna. What are you doing? This is my dog. Her name's Lana. She just turned 2 a few days ago. Birthday's April 28th. She's an April girl like me. Everybody be nice to her. She's a little tiny baby. It's just a baby. Also, I feel like an underrated fandom that I feel like is kind of dead now, but I got into it in 7th grade because of one of my good friends, Parappa the Rapper and Jammy Lammy. And when I first heard of them and actually like watched gameplays of Parappa the Rapper 2 and the Jammy Lammy game, it's beautiful. The songs are so like hip hop. Oh, dude, it's just so cool. Friday Night Funkin's also one of them I used to really like. That's indie. I think it counts as indie because of all the mods and stuff. I used to really like all those mods, and I used to play the Friday Night Funkin' on Roblox. Don't know why I forgot the name. Yeah, no, Parappa the Rapper is just so cool. I used to be really good at the Roblox Friday Night Funkin' too. I used to be really good at that. I don't know how. I used to brag every time I used to win. Because that's just me. That's just who I am, IG. I love big makeup. I think I like big makeup like this because of cosplay. Also, I went through a lot of phases of aesthetics and alternative choices of clothing in my life, because the first ever phase I had was, I don't want to call it emo, I don't want to call it scene, but it was definitely on the lines of I want to be a scene kid. So my first ever why am I blanking on the words? My first ever phase was the scene kid phase. It didn't last for so long. It started in November of 2023 when I dyed my hair, and honestly I really want to dye my hair green again. I really do. I'm like trying to not cave because I just got I just dyed my hair blonde for my birthday, and I also have bangs now, and it's also my profile picture. My amazing friend drew me, so I commissioned her because she's amazing at everything she does. Anyways, I really want to dye my hair green again. That dark green was so gorgeous, and also green's my favorite color. Green has always been my favorite color. I say this to everybody. What's your favorite color, man? Well, let me tell you, every single color. There's not one color that I'm like, I don't like that color. I love every single color. No color can do you wrong. Every color is gorgeous. Every color is beautiful. As you can see, I have a color mess on my bed. I love colors. I really do. My bedroom is purple. Cosplay room is green. My bathroom is pink. I love colors so much. But one color that is my all-time favorite, and it has been since like 2nd grade, is green. I love the color green, and it always has been there. And so having that as my first ever color of hair it's so very special to me, and I really want to bring it back. But I'm kind of digging the blonde, and I've had the blonde for, I want to say, I got it in July of 2025, like end of July. So we'll just say August, because close to August. So from 8 to 4, 8 months. I've had it for 8 months. I want to see if I can go a year with the blonde, because I really like the blonde, and I'm really digging it. So maybe when it comes around August again, I don't know, maybe I'll dye it green again. But the green is kind of hard to keep up with because green doesn't dye out fast per se, but it's just annoying to have color in your hair. and I'm not one to take care of my hair too well. So the blonde works fine. I use purple shampoo every single day because I need to. What are you doing, girl? So November, that was my seed phase, and then I went from that to Lolita and I'm just gonna say Lolita. Gothic Lolita, Japanese Lolita, not Lollygone. No, nuh-uh. I really liked Gothic Lolita, and that's because of Malice Miser and listening to Malice Miser. I've never gotten into any other visual K people except for Malice Miser until recently. So I'm gonna say recently, like midway through 2025. I started listening to Bucktick. Now Bucktick is one of my all-time favorite bands, by the way. Bucktick, she wants to go outside. Bucktick, Shazna, Kaya, LaCroix the Spheres. I'm hoping I said that right. I think that's really it. If there's more, I'll put it up here, but I don't. Oh, Cozy, like himself, just Cozy. Yeah, but if there's more, I'll put more up. I'm not a huge person when it comes to like getting into new music, so it's hard for me to get into new music, but it's not hard. It's not hard. It's just sometimes I don't want to. So if I do listen to new stuff, it's very, very cool of me to do that. And I want to say I didn't have, and then I dyed my hair blue because of that, because I really liked blue. And I dyed my hair blue because blue started to become one of my favorite colors again. And so I dyed my hair blue, and then I think I stuck without. I phased out of the Lolita, and I just stuck without a phase for so long. And then in October of 2024, I got into Gyaru. And I really liked the Gyaru fashion, but it didn't last too long because I didn't know how to do Gyaru makeup well. Like I was a huge Gyaru in 2025, so like 2025 and 2024 makeup, you could see like a huge difference. Also, I've also gotten way better at makeup, mind you. Also, that's because of cosplay. If I didn't do cosplay, I wouldn't be where I was right now. So, where I am right now, what? So thank you, cosplay. And then in like the end of 2024, I became more like shoujo-esque because I started really liking shoujo outfits and clothing. And I think it's really cute to be a little shoujo girl. That didn't last long at all. It was very humbling. I want to say we got back, so it went from that and then back into J fashion, or like Lolita, we'll just say Gothic Lolita. Got back into Gothic Lolita in like late April, May, and then it phased out real quick. And then in July, I got back into Gyaru, and I stuck in Gyaru until January of this year. So I was in Gyaru is my longest lasting phase. And I think the one I'm on currently now is going to be the one for a good while, because it's not a direct style. I don't call myself alternative. I don't call myself emo, scene, Gyaru. I don't call myself any of that. If somebody's like, "Oh, what's your thing?" I'm like, "I don't know." Because I really don't know. It branches off of so many things from what I've been so many times. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint on what I really am. If you guys do have a word for it, I'll gladly use it. But like right now, I have no idea. And I don't want to call myself alternative because I feel like that's stretching a little bit. I feel definitely in alternative fashion. Like I love alternative fashion. You look at my closet, it's mostly that. But like I don't want to call myself alternative, if that makes sense. It's kind of my journey of like aesthetics. I'm praying this one stays because I really like this makeup style. I've never looked better in any other makeup style than this one, and I've went through a lot of makeup styles. I'm happy I'm actually like talking to a camera now, because I always like practice and like in the shower and stuff. I'm like, I know exactly what I'm gonna say, and then I turn on the camera and I'm just like, whoa, what? So I'm like kind of talking out of my butt right now, but that's okay because it's fun. I had 2 tracksuits coming my way. I have 5 tracksuits now. I love Juicy Couture. Juicy Couture is my favorite designer. Juicy Couture and Coach are my favorite, like all-time favorite designers. Really, I do need to buy shoes though, because I've been wearing the same exact shoes for like almost like a year now. And I just want to get myself like I don't want to say Juicy Couture is a real designer, but like real designer shoes. I'll say that. I want to get real designer shoes. I really want to get Isabel Marant's, but I know they're really expensive. So I'm going to work towards that because I think it'll be cool to buy myself something super expensive. As like my own little, this is my most prized possession kind of thing. over the summer, I made like a bucket list because I really, really want to film more for the summer. And I really, really want to go to the mall, film at the mall, film with my friends, do whatever we're doing, because it's just like, I want to film more. I love posting. It makes me feel so cool that people are like actually, even if it is just one person, there's somebody like watching this, you know what I mean? And it's just so cool. And I also need to practice my editing skills really bad. I also had an editing channel. How could I forget about that? I had an editing channel. It was the most cringiest thing you've ever seen, but it taught me a lot about editing. So I just need to find the motivation to edit. I feel like I could go on way more than I am right now. I'm just like kind of brain dumping right now. But yeah, summer I want to do a lot. I also really like choreographing dances. Like I've been in dance classes since I was 2. I got out of them when I was the end of freshman year. No, start of freshman year. I got out of dance classes and I've just been kind of teaching myself stuff. I really like dancing. I've been dancing for a long time, obviously. And I really like choreographing dances. I've choreographed so much, and I really want to choreograph more and get a dance group this summer so I can film us dancing. And I also really want to post covers of Pata Pata, because I think that's where the Yadu inspiration comes from, is Pata Pata. I really like Pata Pata. I want to create a mini dance group, and then we just do a bunch of cool choreographs I can choreograph. I have a whole playlist on Spotify about that, and I'm really excited for that. My biggest inspiration for YouTube is, well, this should kind of be obvious by now, is Tara Yummy. I love Tara Yummy. I've been watching her since like the end of 2023 when I got into Jake Weber and Johnny Gilbert. Tara Yummy's my biggest inspo. She seems like an amazing person, and I see how much me and her have in common. I'm not even being like, oh, I want to be a Tara Yummy wannabe. Yeah, I do. The freak. She's so sweet, and she's so kind online. And she's able to talk, and she has all this confidence. Like, yeah, I want that. Hello? Not that I want to be her, but I want the personality of somebody who knows what they're doing, and they're confident doing it. Like, that's amazing. It's confidence building summer. Tara Yummy is my all-time favorite YouTuber, and I feel so emotionally attached to her, even though that is, like, weird parasocial relationship. That was really weird. But, like, I feel so attached because she's so like me. And it's so cool to find somebody that I can really relate to. So, yeah. Thank you so much for sticking around and just listening to me yap. I hope you learned a lot about me. I love talking, and I will always talk somebody's ear off. Like, people get annoyed that I talk so much. So, I'm really happy to be able to be here and just talk. So, thank you for letting me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, also, do you guys like the new intro and outro?
Check this out.